Hi everybody, today we're doing an unboxing of this Hyper-Tough 12 volt max 3/8 drive cordless impact wrench. So we're gonna unbox this, but I forgot to get one more thing. Give me a sec, let me get the box cutter. Okay, now I got the box cutter. Alright, so let's start, go over the box real quick and then we'll start on unboxing it. So we got a 12 volt max 3/8 inch drive cordless impact wrench with battery and charger. Breakaway torque is 280 foot-pounds with a built-in work light. It's brushless, and down here it says more power, longer motor life, and more runtime. And also you get a 2-year limited warranty on this tool. And it's from Hyper-Tough. You get this at Walmart. Here, what it comes included is you get a 12 volt max cordless impact wrench, obviously, with a 12 volt max 2 amp hour battery. And you get a charger with a 3 to 5 hour charger, which is not the best charger in my opinion. I'm guessing it might be that corded one. I do have one. Give me a sec. Be this charger here, which we'll see. So yeah, nothing much. Just a battery life indicator. That's pretty nice. LED work light right there. Obviously, variable speed trigger and all metal belt clip. That's actually pretty nice, honestly. And that's pretty much it. There's nothing more. You know, here's all the specs and specifications, you know, the volts, reps per minute, all that. It says maximum tightening torque, 225 foot-pounds. Maximum breakaway, 280 foot-pounds. And the battery, 2 amp hour. Product weight is 2.43 pounds. Not much. So, let's start unboxing this little guy. Let's see where it is. It's little. There we are. Let's go for the top. Oh yeah, and here, before we do unbox it, you know, brush motor, brushless motor. You get more power, more motor life, and runtime than what these guys are saying. Alright, so, start unboxing this little guy. And you can get this guy for almost $6 to $59. I got this one. They were having a clearance sale, which was kind of odd to me at my store, but they were having it for, you know, $45, which isn't too bad to me. I mean, it already comes with a battery and charger. I think the battery by itself is like $18 just for the battery itself, but everything else was pretty good. I'm sorry, I was moving something over there, checking something out. Here we go. We're gonna start the unboxing. The little guy wants to cooperate. Maybe I still have a little tape that I forgot to cut off. You know, this is perfect if you're a homeowner. You don't do much work in your cars, you know. Brushless, I won't recommend it much if you don't, you know, if you don't put that, you don't use it that often. This ain't the guy for you, in my opinion. But if you do it every once in a while, then yes, you know, I kind of recommend more. It'll last you longer, you know. Brushless is better. So here we are. Here we got it. It's a pretty big boy. And the battery attached. And it's locked. Alright, there we are. The battery is showing 2 points. The LED light here. Pretty small. Here's the battery. Yes, it's right here. 2 amp hour battery. Give me a second. Let me get the other batteries. Okay, so I got the other batteries here. Here's a 1.5 amp hour battery. They also have this. Usually they don't sell this by itself, but you usually get it with a drill or you know, impact drill, or you know, also a cordless ratchet as well. Also, we got a 4 amp hour battery. This guy goes like for $20, $25. I don't remember exactly. I'll leave it here down below what the price is usually. Yeah, the guy ain't too big, honestly. Here we go, with batteries, and here we are. We got my iPhone 15 next to it, which is almost a little bigger, but pretty good for its size. Also, you know, we got more stuff like, you know, thank you and all this stuff, you know. And telling you how to use it and stuff. Welcome to the family. Now we've been in the family. They're welcoming me again. And you get an instructions booklet. I'm pretty sure, unless I'm wrong, they didn't include a booklet for the charger. Pretty odd. So here we got something here in the corner. It says charger included, or charger inside. Sorry. Looks like they don't give you sockets. That stinks. Here's the charger, and here's the other charger. They're exactly the same, nothing different. Okay, so if you want to charge this, I will show you. I'm gonna demonstrate. You can let this charger, plug it in through this little port here. And you just put this in on a wall, and it charges. As I mentioned, it's the same thing. Use that charger for a 1.5 amp hour battery or a 4 amp hour battery. It's up to you. But I would highly recommend getting a charger. This costs like $20, so highly recommend it. I do have a video that goes more depth into this if you want to watch. It's really worth it. So let's get this guy charging and we'll see how it works. This is how it looks like when it's charging. You see a little red, little light, and when it's charging, it's saying the battery's charging. But once it's fully charged, it'll change colors, and I'll be back here when it's fully charged. Okay, so let's give it a try with the 2 amp hour battery. You see how it runs. Pretty good. I would highly recommend getting a 4 amp hour battery instead of 2 amp. 2 amp is good, but if you're gonna do more than just, a couple bolts or stuff, get it bigger. If you're just gonna do like 1 or 2 bolts, then just use a 1.5 amp if you have one. I'm already into the lineup already, and I'm liking the lineup, and it's pretty good so far. As I mentioned, we do have a little belt clip. We have it over here as well. And there's no variable triggers either. You do get the brushless in the back. And the model number for this guy is 80013. I don't know if the camera can pick that. There we go. Nice little tool. And so give me a second. Let's see how it works with sockets and stuff. So give me a sec. Bring a socket set. Okay, so I do have a socket set. And, it's from Harbor Freight if you want to get a set, or you get some from Walmart. I kind of like Harbor Freight more. You get, a lifetime warranty, and you don't have to be worrying. So let's get this guy going inside. There we go. You can also buy sockets at Walmart, but I like more Harbor Freight because in case you break or something, they will, has a lifetime warranty. As I mentioned, Walmart is a little more different. And they'll give me like a couple of years of warranty, and that's it. So there we are. And so here in a little bit, we'll give it a test run and see how it functions and everything. We're gonna pop a lug nut or something. We'll see. We'll give it a try on a car or something and see how it does. So, we'll be back in a bit. So this is how it looks like when it's fully charged. You'll see a little bulb on the charger, and there we are. So that's how it looks like when you have the battery fully charged. Just to give it a fair warning, be careful when you pull this plug. I just pulled it out and it's hot. It burned my finger for a couple seconds. I felt like it was really warm. That's why I don't like using these chargers. They're really cheap. They're not really well made. So I would highly recommend going with, there's another charger, I think $20 something. And, I'm going to upload it here later down the road. But, if you want to keep an eye on that, but I will highly recommend getting a better charger than this, a faster charger than this guy. This guy ain't worth it. So be careful when you pull this guy out. You can burn yourself, which feels really warm. Okay, so now we're going to take off these, a lug nut off of this little Dodge Neon here. We're going to use a 19 millimeter Pittsburgh, as you can see. We're going to use them. We're going to take a lug nut off. So let's give it a round. See if it does it. It should. It took it off easily. Now we're going to put the lug nut back on. There we go. So we're going to give it one more try. And we're using the 2 amp hour battery, fully charged, by the way. I've got to mention that. Let's get this one over here off. Perfectly for these little tiny cars. So we're going to put it back on. And there we go. Now we're going to give it a try with the 4 amp. And we're going to move somewhere else. We're going to move to the next tire. So give me a couple minutes. Okay, so now we're going to take the front lug nuts off. As you can see, I am at the front, so we were at the rear, now we're in the front. So we're gonna do this next one, and we're gonna do it with a 4 amp hour battery this time, fully charged. I'm gonna take off 2 lug nuts and see how it does with the 4 amp, which should do double the power, much better. Let's see. And it struggled there for a bit. Let's put it back in. Okay, look like it struggled more here in the front with the 4 amp hour battery. Let's see. Let's get the next one off. Okay, then that was a struggle there for a bit too. Let's give it a try on the next one. Let me get the next one. Let me try here at the same tire. Let me get the 2 amp and see if it does the same thing. Struggles. Just that back one was a little more easier, so give me a couple seconds. Okay, so now we're gonna try with the. We're gonna give it a round with the 2 amp this time. Again, should be still fully charged, which is still indicating fully charged. And we're gonna take off a lug nut. So we're gonna take the top and one of the bottom ones. So here we go. Did pretty well in the first run, and then now it's kind of not too well. So yeah. Hold on. Alright, we're gonna take one of the bottom ones off. So let's take this one off. There we go. Alright, so let's get this back on. There we go. And we're gonna. Okay, well, it did first really well over there, but then when it came over here, kind of struggled a bit. So yeah. Okay, so it did pretty well. Not like the best, and took off the lug nuts quickly, but it did do it. It took a couple seconds, but it did it. I wouldn't use it much in my opinion. If you were gonna go with something like this, you want to get lug nuts off, I wouldn't use this guy at all. A 3/8 maybe, but maybe like 4-wheelers. It's perfect for maybe something like 4-wheelers, something small. But if you're doing cars, like maybe a 4 Ranger, a little car will do it, like as I mentioned. But if you want to go something like much better, get yourself a 1/2 inch, and I do have one. Give me a sec. So here's the other one I would recommend. Get yourself, if you want to do like lug nuts and stuff, or something like more tire work. It's perfect for like maybe if you want to get into the engine bay. It's really small because I do have a 3/8 here. I have a 3/8 here, and it's way smaller. As you can see, I'm putting on the battery back. It's way smaller than the one I have here, and this is a 20 volt one. This is 12 amp, 12 volt. This is a 20 volt as well. I do have 2 of these, a 3/8 and a 1/2 inch. I recommend getting these. I know this one goes for like $60. I think it went down a bit. I don't remember. It's been a while since I've seen these guys. I just purchased it, and I'm only using it for lug nuts. For 1 tire. If it's like more than 1 tire, I kind of use another impact wrench. And I do use it sometimes when we got chainsaw. We replace the clutch or something. And this one here, I don't use it that much, but I do use it every once in a while. I do have a project coming up, and I might want to use these 2, depending, if I need to get to a small area, this guy will do it. If not, this guy will do it, But as I mentioned, they're 20 volt, these 2 are 20 volt. I don't remember the price on this one. I'll leave it here in the bottom real quick. But this one, this one's 60 or 50. I'll leave the bottom, the price down there if it's not 60. But it's not that expensive, I remember. But, you have to be in the power line. If you are, that's good. If you're not, then, there's always sales on some tool with a battery. So, just giving a heads up. But, I do have another one, another 1/2 inch. A heart, in case you want to look. I'll leave it at the end of the video. You could watch it if you want to. But this guy is pretty good. I will highly recommend it. It's a good tool. Don't expect to be popping off all the lug nuts off your vehicle quickly. It will take its time. But it's like a little guy, I just wanted, just in case one day you gotta go in the engine bay, you gotta pop something off, or you want to get through like the engine quickly, or something like you need an impact. You can't get it off with any tool, and the impact's probably the only way. You put this in the area. It's really small, as I mentioned. I will highly recommend getting a 4 amp hour battery. I noticed there was hardly a difference when I was using these 2, a 4 amp and 2 amp. So giving a heads up. And it's brushless, so it's gonna have a little more power than a regular brushed, and also it's gonna suck less of the battery. So giving heads on that. And it's not bad. Usually it goes for $60, but I mean, check out the $45. So it's a pretty good tool to have. It's really small. Homeowner, perfect. If you want to use it for like, say like, using as a mechanic or something, you could go for it, but I will highly recommend going maybe Milwaukee. But if you want to give it a try, if you like, say you want to buy this tool before you buy the Milwaukee, you could buy it, give it a try for a couple years, maybe a year, if it lasts a year or two. And then maybe once it breaks down, like, oh well, it lasted me, I like the tool, I'll buy a Milwaukee. Or if you want, you can buy another Hyper Tough. It doesn't really matter. It's up to you. Some tools that are cheaper come out lasting way longer than the expensive. As you can see, a couple months ago we were having that Icon and Snap-on video. Oh, the wrenches and stuff, and everybody's pissed off and everything. I know. I was like, oh, yeah, that was fake, that was staged, this and that. Which, I'm not here fighting over, but I do give chances to other companies like Hyper Tough. I will give them a chance if, their tools are definitely worth it or not. And I'm starting to like the tools. And, yeah. Alright, well, thanks for watching and have a good day. And, they're pretty good tools. And if you are watching this, you want to see another Hyper Tough tool, I do have another tool, so give me a sec. This was released, or I released this last week. I'm in this for a couple months now. As you can see, I've used it. I did two alternator changes with this little guy, with a Bobcat and a Nissan Rogue. Little guy helped out. I was really struggling to get that little alternator off, but I used the Agadugga little one, the 3/8. It didn't do too well, but I used the wrench and it popped it off. So that was definitely what I needed with the wrench. But I was trying to use these, see if it helped. It didn't. I even spray 40 and stuff on it. But this guy is pretty good. I like the Hyper Tough. This ain't brush, but if you want to go watch the video, you can watch it. I got this guy for $20, so yeah, it's definitely worth it. And the batteries fit on this. See, 4 amp hour battery. There we are. But this is a brush. Don't think it's a brush. Looks like it's a brother here. And you can, this one comes with 2 amp hour battery. But I do have a video later down the road that's coming out if you want to watch it. Of, a better battery charger. As you saw earlier, that battery stinks. Alright. Well, thanks for watching and have a good day. And hope you're having a good Thanksgiving. As I mentioned earlier, hope you're having a great time spending time with your family. Alright. Well, thanks for watching and have a good day.